It's the Bronco Bill. Picked up a pretty cool Jeep here that I'm going to go out and show you guys here. It's a CJ10a airport tug. Some of you probably have seen those or know of them if you're a Jeep enthusiast or whatever. But it's got a little Nissan 6-cylinder engine in it and that kind of thing. And we're going to see... hasn't been started in 5 years, I guess, from what the guy says. So we're going to see what happens with it. We'll try to see if it'll start. We'll see what, just kind of look it over and stuff like that. I plan on turning it into like an off-road Jeep later. Picked it up for $500. The thing is worth actually quite a bit more if you do your research and stuff. Those running and stuff like that. It hasn't been running, so that's probably, you know, indication that it's not. You know, who knows at this point yet, but let's go check it out, man.
Hey, there it is. Take a look at this thing. It's got a Dana 70 rear end. I'm going to check to see if it has a locker in it. Not real sure if it does. It's only 2-wheel drive, but it does have the transfer case. And it's got the Torque Flight 727 transmission. It's got a pretty cool front end. Very heavy duty. It took us over 2 hours to get this thing onto the trailer. Very heavy. It's about 6,000 pounds. It don't look like it, but it's very heavy. Most of that weight's back here. There's a huge steel plate about 5 inches thick underneath the toolbox here. And then here's the diesel fuel tank, which actually is full. So I got a full tank of diesel. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not. Let's see here. There you go. As you can see the top there. So I don't know what size tank this is, but it's got to be quite a bit of fuel. So that's a nice thing. But anyway, this thing's, you know, like I said, it's got the Dana 70 rear end on it. Right there. And I don't know if it has a locker yet. I'm going to need to pop the case and look at it, and or look at the tag possibly. And then it's got the further up in here, you can see it's got the transfer case. I need to find out what kind of transfer case that is here. And it looks like it's maybe an MP208. I'm not real sure. And it does have the Torque Flight 727 automatic tranny. But under here, can't really see it and all, but there is a huge, thick steel plate that weighs about 1,500 to 2,000 pounds on the back of this here, and that's what's all that weight back here. So let's go look at the engine next. Here it is, the SD33 6-cylinder diesel. It's there's the injection pump right there. So it only puts out 93 horsepower and 160 foot-pounds of torque. So it's not real strong, but it's not real bad either. It's non-turbo. It does not have a turbo on it. It's got power brakes on it. Let's go take a look at the interior here. It's got them 8-lug rims that I'll probably be able to put on the Dodge for spares if I need it. Interior's in really good shape and condition. As you can tell, it's not rusted out or anything at all. It's in really good shape. It must have been used here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area or whatever, because it's near rust-free. So we'll see if we can get it started. I don't know. We'll give it a shot here. See what happens. Take one. Let's see what happens.
Well, let's see what's going on with it here. Starter out on it, and it seems to turn over no problem, but the solenoid connection and everything looks pretty bad. Doesn't look like it's connecting really good. So we might need to get a rebuilt starter on it here before we can get it started, because it drags quite a bit. So I'm thinking that we'll need to have a different. So as you can tell, we've already got moving on this thing. We're already taking it apart. First few hours we've owned it, and we're already getting into it. I got all the bolts off, so this whole top, this whole piece here, this back toolbox and everything is going to come right off, and that kind of thing. Just need to lift it on off. The artillery out. We got the bumper removed. Yeah, now we're going to go ahead and see if the Jeep's going to do us a good deal and pull that bed off for us here. Let's see what, have it lifted as high as it'll go. Let's see what happens. Looky there, not bad, not bad. That'll work, perfect. Sweet. Can't ask for anything better than that. That's cool, man. I like that. There's this fuel tank that's full of diesel here for me. Sweet. And then we got this huge steel plate back here. As you can see, that's a big, huge, I don't know what we're going to be able to do with that one. That thing's so heavy, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I got some useless information for you on the CJ10A. The width of the rear axle, which is the Dana 70U, that's going to be at 62.5 inches wide. My 99 Dodge Dana 70, drum to drum on the inner side, is 59 3/4. So you have the CJ10A, which is at 62.5, and then the Dodge is 59 3/4. So I figured you might get some information out of that, useless or not, or whatever. Useful or useless. Oop. So that's what we're at right now so far here. It's kind of a little bit of progress here, and then you can see this steel plate here is going to be a sucker to get off. That is one solid piece of steel that's welded onto the frame on these two little nipples under here. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's these two little hinges under there. But anyway, so I don't know how we're going to get that off yet. We're still trying to figure that out. But you want to see some stuff here? This damn Jeep, I tell you, damn thing's working out real good right now. Oops. We just picked up that big, huge plate of steel with it here, and we're going to go ahead and tow it off. We went ahead and got it cut from the frame and everything else. Now we're going to go ahead and haul it off here, move it. That son of a bitch is heavier than shit.